street food.
So, if you're noticing something new about the vlog, it's probably this. I have lights now. I give a shout out to my patrons on Patreon for helping me purchase these lights and make the show look better. I got more milestones up on Patreon, so check it out. You too can improve the quality, viewing experience, pleasure of this show. Now, we just came off a road trip to Henan in our last episode, and this week we're beginning another road trip, this time to southern China, the very big city of Guangzhou. We went to see our friend Summer. Longtime viewers of the show will remember her from the belt noodle episode, and she's had other appearances as well. We flew down and we stayed with some other wedding guests at the Paco Business Hotel. It's in the downtown area, but we're talking about a very big city, so it's got a lot of places that you could call downtown. Guangdong is still mainland China, okay, but there's a lot of differences. It's a very wealthy province, and the people there speak Cantonese. Now, in the West, Mandarin and Cantonese are treated fairly equally, like, you know, these two dialects of Chinese. In fact, in mainland China, Cantonese is not common. And it's not like if you understand one, you can understand the other. They are completely different. But a lot of people in Guangdong province speak Cantonese, or as it's called here, Yue. Now, there are also different customs.
They are very skinny. Most of the girls, they will wash their chopsticks and spoons before they eat. And usually they use them.
And the food is very different. Now, I used to think Cantonese food was all sweet. That is not necessarily true, but it is most definitely more mild.
They respect the original taste of the food.
So mild flavors, natural flavors, not spicy. Now, this is the genre of Chinese food you're most likely to have had if you've eaten Chinese food in the West. One of the first things Summer did when we arrived was take us to eat some traditional Guangzhou food. I had some zhou, which was stellar, some milk tea, also this. You get it a lot when you order dim sum. It's a super thin sheet of glutinous rice noodle, sticky rice. Then they wrap some vegetables or some meat in it and they steam it all together. It's a Guangdong thing and it's very good. It's very plain. We had some pineapple cake with butter. We tried some milk tea, and contrary to my expectations, it was super strong. I liked it a lot. Maybe my favorite milk tea I've had in China. And I went to Guangzhou, so I had to try fengjiao. Chicken feet. Summer loves them. They're maybe the worst thing I've ever eaten. Maybe not the worst, but they're on the list, and it's a very short list. Now, I don't hold it against you if you like them, but they are basically skin and gristle loosely draped over a nasty bone. Now, there are a few ways to attack these things. Summer went one joint at a time. I first tried to just pound it, take the whole thing in my mouth. That did not work out so well. So then I went to one joint at a time. I'm just gonna ask, why? Why would you eat these? Now, the next day, Summer took us to a morning dim sum, and I had to try some cold chicken feet in like a sweet and sour marinade. Enough of that. Time for a quick Chinese cultural note. The number 4 is very unpopular in China. I'm pretty sure because it sounds similar to the word death. The way you say the number 4 is si, and the way you say death is si. So they're pretty similar, and you know, the number 4, he's like that friend that you need to complete the sequence, but you don't really like that much, so he gets left out of a lot of things. 13A, 23A. How come there's no 4, Summer?
We don't like pho in China.
In the next episode of Street Food, you'll get to see Summer's wedding, plus we tried a lot more Guangzhou food. Not all of it was good. Tune in next week for my Chinese language show. Until then, keep eating it on the street, watching out for the parasites. How many parasites do you think a chicken has stepped in its life? Just a ballpark figure. Nasty.
Street food.